Hi guys, my name's Amy, this is my channel PS I Love Books, and today I thought I would sit down with you and tell you about the books that I've read recently. So grab yourselves a cup of tea. I have a Yorkshire tea in my lovely Eeyore mug, which is huge. It's like 2/3 of my face big. Have a swig. Nothing better than a cup of tea. So, I hope you're all doing really well. How are you getting on with Thrillerathon? Oh, I'm so excited. I've done my Thrillerathon TBR and I have started my first books, but we're not here to talk about that today. Today I'm going to tell you about the books that I read in the month of July and also the first couple of weeks in August. So, first off, I have The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. Archie damage. Don't, because it makes me so sad. I read this book right at the beginning of July. I won this on a giveaway on the Fabulous Book Fiends channel. And I was really happy. She sent this to me. She let me pick a book and I picked this one. It was a new release. It's quite a big one. I'm going to put it down because it's quite heavy. I'll hold it back up in a sec. It's a great book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It is told from two perspectives, a man and a woman, which I really like, so that you could hear the woman's opinion and then the man's opinion on what was happening. Tiffy and Leon, and it tells their story of how they started sharing a flat together in London because London prices are so high. Leon has the flat during the day while Tiffy is at work at a publishing house, and then Tiffy has the flat of an evening while Leon is at work in a hospital. I really like this book. There is a bit of romance, but it was really funny, really lovely. I thought the characters were great, and also the supporting characters. So Leon's brother Richie is in it quite a lot, and also Tiffy's friend at work, and they were both really big parts of it. A lot of it was relatable with regards to Tiffy's previous love stories and things like that. So yeah, it was just a really fun book. One chapter by Tiffy, one chapter by Leon. So as I said, you get both perspectives. Really fun, real quick read. Hiding the damage. Yeah, really loved it. Thank you so much for sending it to me, Fabulous Book Fiend. My friend at work has asked if she can borrow this from me to read, so I'm going to be taking this into work tomorrow for her so that she can have a look and let me know what she thinks. But yeah, definitely recommend. Real fun read, cozy, funny, romantic. Yeah, really good. 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I read was My Sister, the Serial Killer. Now, I was so pumped for this book. I'd seen so much about it on BookTube and in all the big bookstores, Waterstones, etc. It was nominated for the Women's Prize for Fiction, and it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good, but I just couldn't get on with the characters that well. It's not a huge book, and it's based on the relationship basically between our main character and her sister, and I just wanted to like shake both of them and be like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? I was hoping it was going to be a little bit more sort of dark humour, and I don't know, I just didn't feel it that much. It was written really well. Story was good. There were some good characters in. There was a good twist, but I didn't love the ending. I don't know, I know a lot of people love this, so I am sorry. I gave it 3 stars. It was good. It was a good read. I'm glad I've read it, definitely. But not my favourite. Next up, actually, before I talk about this one, I'm going to have another sip of tea, because this one, well, this next book was my most anticipated book of the month, and I was super excited to get to it. I was so desperate to know what happened. I'd seen so many people hauling it and putting it on their TBRs. Haven't seen many people reviewing it, and I can understand why. Convenience store woman. Now, one word review for this book: heartbreaking. This book killed me. Literally killed me. It's not a thriller or a crime, which is what I sort of went into it thinking it was going to be. It's more about society and how society perceives us and how society tells us what we should be doing, and how we should be living our lives. And we follow, the main character in this is a 30-something-year-old woman who works at a convenience store, which she absolutely loves. She has her own apartment, looks after herself, keeps herself to herself, works in the store, really thrives there, really enjoys it. And then something happens. Spoiler, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just say what that little something is, and then I'm not going to say any more, so I'm not going to spoil the story, but something happens, a man. That's what happens in this story. A man happens. Now, I love all people, men, women, but this book broke my heart. I was crying so much at the end of this book. It got me so mad, and I was like, why can't people just live their lives as they want to and just do what they want to do? The ending redeemed it a little bit, but oh my goodness, just, oh, no. Yes, please let me know if you've read this book, because I'm desperate to speak to people about it. And as I said, I haven't really seen anybody do a review on it or anything. I don't know whether I've just missed it or what, but lots of people hauling it. I haven't seen many reviews, and I would love to hear people's thoughts on it and see if it's just me or if I maybe read it and it was the wrong time or something. I don't know. But yeah, 2 stars, and that's mainly because the cover's bright yellow and I love the colour yellow. Moving on, the next book I read was my favourite book of the month of July, and that was Summer at the Kindness Cafe by Victoria Walters. This book is so lovely. I read it on a holiday when I was by the beach. It was the perfect setting. It is based around 3 people, 3 women, 2 sisters and a lady who moves to the little village that they live in called Littlewood, who they meet on her first day of arriving, and it's based around a coffee shop called Brew. And then this big gorgeous manor house which you could just picture was just so beautiful, and it just tells their stories basically. Some are romantic, some aren't, but it's lovely, it's cosy, it gives you all the warm feels. The characters were great. We got to learn about all 3 of them equally, which I loved. All their stories were very different, they were very relatable, very real, and yeah, I just really enjoyed it. Proper chick flick, right up there with it. So yeah, I think I gave this a 4 star. I'd probably go back and give it a 5 star because I can't stop thinking about it. I really enjoyed it. And Victoria Walters has said that she's releasing another book for Christmas, which I am so excited for. So yeah, definitely recommend this if you just need a light, fluffy, easy read that's going to make you smile, and feel all good and give you hope for humanity after the convenience store woman. Love this one. I also read in the last few weeks the 2 little books that I picked up while I was on holiday, so you will have seen them in my holiday book haul, both by Roald Dahl, Esio, Trot and Fantastic Mr. Fox. I've read a lot of Roald Dahl books. I read them a lot when I was growing up, as I'm sure you all did, but I'd never read these 2, and they're only little, but I read them one day on my lunch at work, and they were lovely. They were very sweet. I think I've just been in like a very mood, because I was like, people are naughty in this one, but overall, kids books, very sweet, very lovely, great illustrations by Quentin Blake, lovely stories, very hopeful, happy endings, just what you want for a little quick read, especially if you've got little ones in the house. I'm going to be gifting these to my best friend's little girl, because I know that she's going to love them. So yeah, love both of these, both 4 stars. Now, the last book I want to talk about, oh my goodness. The reason I've only read 1 book so far in the month of August, oh no, I did read the Roald Dahl ones in August, but is because I read this book and I did not want it to end. It was amazing. And that is City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. This book is up there with my favourite books of all time ever. It was brilliant. It's set in 1940s and it tells the story of a 19-year-old girl who goes to live with her Aunt Peg in New York City, and she starts working at and living at her Lily Playhouse, which is a little theatre in New York where they put on shows for local people from the neighbourhood. The characters are just brilliant. Edna, Billy, they're so rich, they're so full. You really picture them the way that Elizabeth wrote this book. You can just imagine them and you just want to know more about them and more, and the stories that they tell about going out with the showgirls and all the glitz and glamour and the nightclubs and how it was back then. It was just wonderful. It was so empowering. I had to put it down so many times and just be like, wow. I'm going to read a little quote for you from it, which I have to read. It's just brilliant. And it says, anyway, at some point in a woman's life, she just gets tired of being ashamed all the time. After that, she's free to become whoever she truly is. I mean, brilliant. And it's basically the story of our main character, and she's writing a story to this other woman to explain to her how she knew this woman's dad. And it's sort of like a twist at the end because you find out who the dad is and how he was involved in the story right from the beginning. And so she just writes her life story and what she's learned. She never marries, and she just goes out and has loads of fun, and just enjoys her life to the fullest and learns so much along the way. She makes mistakes, she puts things right, she does good deeds, she does things that she shouldn't do, things that she looks back on and is like, oh my gosh, like everyone. And it's just told with so much depth and rich characters and settings, and I want them to make it into a film, please. If anybody's watching that can do that, please do that. I blooming love this book. 5 stars all the way. Everyone go out and get it. It is so good. It's such a romp. It's just classy but a bit naughty. Oh, empowering, funny, just loads and loads of fun, and I would highly recommend it and would love to hear anybody's thoughts if they've read it or are going to read it. I want to read it again right now. That's how good it was, honestly. That will be one that I will be keeping forever and revisiting. So, they're the books that I've read recently. Let me know if you've read any of them, and what your thoughts are. Please don't come for me in the comments because of my comments on a couple of them. Overall, it was a good reading month. It was good. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books here. I know 2 are really short ones, but that's really good going for me. As I say, City of Girls, I sort of just read a little bit at a time because I just didn't want it to end, and I knew it was going to end, and I just wanted to keep it going for as long as possible. So I did take a little bit longer to read it, just so that I could take it all in and picture what it was like in New York back in those days. And oh, it was just wonderful. Yeah, it is Thrillerathon, as I said. So I'm currently reading I See You by Claire McIntosh. It is over there. So I'm going to go back and get some more of that done. Hope you're all well, and hopefully I will see you really soon. Bye.